Let the people see see a true video game.
Lone tries to go for the crazy mix-up, but Landkon continues to stick with Rock.
Don't like Delta against Loxodont. Delta and Dojo is just the platforms work perfectly for that fuck-ass upstrong to do whatever it wants.
Yeah,
Lone has like... in the forward throw.
Oh, Lord. I mean, at least Lone's doing that one thing, but Lone's also taking a lot of damage, 45% already, less than 20 seconds in.
Kind of just awkwardly getting out of that low percent game so the real combos can start up.
Oh my god.
Crazy call out of that air strong.
Yo, maybe we've gotten it wrong. Maybe we've gotten it wrong. Maybe Landkon's not the adaptation Loxodont. Maybe Landkon is just a slow starter. Yeah, like a Regigigas. I
mean, you know, as Landkon plays more games, he accrues more information, and an Alpha never forgets. We found the thing that beats Loxodont up strong.
Oh my god! Yeah, but the question is, if you have a little bit of magma charge on there, does that change? Yes, 100%. That's not even a question. But that being said, you know, this edge guard scenario looking to change really, really quickly as Landkon able to find a way back onto stage.
Low, no. Wanted off that edge guard there.
And Landkon right now is just looking to trade for damage bit by bit, piece by piece. When you have the stock lead, trading for damage is pretty much always going to feel good.
All about if Landkon can... Landkon, holy shit, they keep...
Landkon.
My god, what a society created. The hit on stage battle there. Yeah,
society has created, you know, Shaolin rivals, just always a way to be in the air, just flying each and every which way.
It's not looking like Lone has a kill confirm set up here for this one. Been trying a lot of tether stuff, but Landkon's DI'd it quite well.
Tether Nair.
The Galaxy doesn't even hit full screen, it just pulses around the victim.
Oh, that's kind of funny. Alright, but either way, right now Landkon able to keep up in percent. A full stock up though, but just remember, Maypul is so unbelievably fast, so unbelievably high damage. You cannot be complacent at all. Oh no.
Weird situation here.
That was one crazy fastball.
There.
I don't think I would have expected that fastball, like, at all. Right, side these to stage, looks for the wall jump,
Perfect. Excellent edge.
There we go.
Alright, just needs to get the hell out of here. Does take an up air there. Not quite getting all the way the hell out, but time to get out of the low percent if we're around here. 1% seed at a time ain't gonna do it. I just think that is such an unnecessary risk when you already have a mark on them, because if they bury your seed, you're screwed.
Yeah, I mean, Landkon right now just looking for more ways how to kill. The forward air sweet spot wasn't able to do it, but back air certainly will at this percent.
Just not able to land a hit to escape this low percent conundrum, and that will do it. Lone finally gives up, gets a little more aggro, and that is a flat drop bear, just waiting.
Alright, and there we go. Game number 1 going to be going over to Landkon, but, you know, there's so much rivals to be played here. I mean, Landkon will have to win not only the first set in Grands, but also the reset if they want to be able to take this. But right now, Lone, the one blast person standing in their way.
I mean, it's 1 down 5 to go for Landkon. I mean, you're in a unique position as the person in winner's side Grands. You've got a lot. You're actually the one with a lot more room to adapt and learn, because the pressure's not quite on yet. So you've got more time to observe. not
Yeah, I mean,
get too tense about it.
yeah, you could also, you know, take the time to watch the stream, you know, see what see what people are saying.
See if Zeke is restreaming the set.
You know, in the worst case scenario, call in Coach Zeke to not believe in you on comms. Yeah, you need to activate the commentator curse somehow.
We actually are flying the winner of this tournament out to Combo Breaker. They're going to be entered into the bracket right now. We've got a special spot just for them.
Mystery bracket.
No, it's the main bracket.
Wait, no, hold on. Mystery bracket was actually Toho AOC, yeah. Anyway.
Maple Dunk. Maple Dunk.
Rare to start things off.
Just not close enough there. But,
oh, wow.
You know, it's a thought that counts, and Lone respected the sentiment and died anyway.
Yeah, it is the thought that counts, and there are so many thoughts going through Lone's mind right now. But there's only one objective necessary, which is find a way how to edge guard the Loxodont. He has got 3 corruption stacks, so I don't think that's really gonna happen.
Not for long. Where are your stacks now?
Oh, there we go. I still don't know how to feel about that. Forward throw into Tether Nair is
I think a kill throw confirm at 170 is socially acceptable in my society.
Yeah, I mean,
they
maybe
gotta
on
die
Loxodont.
eventually.
They do have to die eventually, but you're Maypul. It's not like you don't already have kill confirms. In the meantime, Lone looking to confirm more than just kills onto Landkon. I'm going to confirm this damage, looking to confirm this lead. Oh my
confirm
god.
his card's extended warranty, and that will also be a kill confirm too, on top of all that.
Yeah, looking to confirm that this life insurance is cashed in, because at this point, Landkon, you know, struggling to find a way past this Maypul.
Good tech. Flat drop up air, little chip of 2%. Terrifying situation to be in. Sports trying to see does not sweet spotted. Yeah, Tether wasn't on line there, but a bit of a predictable wall jump it seems. Landkon scouts that one out.
Yeah, I mean, it might have been a little bit predictable, but there's so few players who would actually be going down for that back air. Landkon showcasing, hey, you have to be worried about it. You have to be thinking about it. And the more things that your opponent has to think about is the more that they're going to be worried. And Lone right now not worried about a single thing, just going straight on in.
Fierce exchange of blows there. Lone certainly the driver's seat, looking to press the advantage here. Finally hits back to neutral. Decisive parry, trying to come out, but they're just swinging.
Yeah, both of these players are swinging. Up air to start things off. Down strong, not going to turn into the combo move that Landkon needs yet. Okay. They're going to send to the right side of the stage instead of off the stage.
This is a really bad situation for Lone.
No double jump.
Oh, barely wins the race to ledge before Loxodont's up B hitbox comes out.
No double jump was needed in order to steal away that ledge. And just like that, it is not going to be a quick 3-0 for a reset. It is instead going to be a hard-fought set in set number 1.
Oh boy. Last time we were in this stage in this matchup, they didn't really do a lot.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the time when it comes to this kind of a stage, you expect it to be so much more explosive, I guess would be the way to put it. In the meantime, Lone looks at this stage and says, big stage, I'm going to jump.
Platform, goodbye.
Down air every once in a while.
1% seeds, baby. Do that percent. Get it in there.
Oh, look, Lone has the percent lead. Not anymore.
Oh god. Woo!
Oh, no.
Not quite. Actually did have another wall jump there, I believe, after getting that up air. That's the thing about trying to play like defensive and campy is that you're the one on the move, so it only takes one movement mistake like that to just die, because you're always in the corner and off stage.
But yeah, I mean, right now, Lone just looking for a way how to see out the stock. Had that up air connected, it would have been it, but Landkon still very much in the lead here.
It's one stack down and immediately replenish. That forward strong lasts so long with the full charge. It seems like the Landkon show so far, of course assisted by basically an SD. Stack's baited out.
Right now, dash attack not going to turn into much more. Lone not going to
Lone
die.
on various adventures, and none of them are very good.
Yeah, not good for Lone at least. Great for you if you're a Landkon fan.
Hashtag fancom. Oh.
Land fans.
Land fans in shambles after that kill confirmed, but still even stocks.
Yeah, in the meantime, Lone getting a little bit more aggressive here, getting a little bit more in there with these aerials, but I'm not sure just how aggressive you want to be on a stage like Rockwall. You overstep a single time, that could be your death, and Lone absolutely knows it. We know just how defensive this Maypul is willing to play on this stage.
A little bit of viewer reverse seat to ledge there.
Alright, dash attack to continue the... Oh, no.
Dead.
I was going to say dash attack to continue that, but not going to be able to get much more after that whiffed waveland. Alright, you get the wrap.
Good starters and early sequence of the combo, but just can't find a satisfying closure there. Not able to sequence to a forward arrow stage or anything of the sort, and now just having to fight out of the corner here.
Yeah, had to fight it out of the corner, but is able to succeed in doing so. Alright, runs right past Landkon's shield to try to get a little bit more damage, but still, once again, like, this is the kind of play that you'd expect to see if Lone was the one in the lead.
Oh boy.
But Landkon just
Not
looking
sure
for it all.
here. Didn't have a jump, had to up the ledge. Landkon using all the resources to get out of that extended Maypul assault. Paying off pretty well here.
Yeah, got a little bit desperate there, but at the very least, going to be able to get a lot of damage off. And single back air into tether fair would do it, but...
Oh, too deep, too deep. Up B does it, doesn't even have to tether follow it up. This is last stock apiece. Game's been going quite a while here, but sliver of a chance for Lone. Just needs to not eat a sweet back air, mainly. And
yeah, it needs to not be a back air, it needs to not be an up strong.
Back air.
But, you know, speak it into existence. The back air comes on out, going to be able to get Landkon one game away from resetting this bracket.
Yeah, it's kind of just been Landkon's MO at like 110 plus. Find back air, get kill. Next game.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the name of the game sometimes, right? You get your opponent up to a certain percent, you understand, all right, well, if I can just land this one aerial, they won't really be able to do anything about it. All right,
yeah, I mean, we've seen more Doja than like every other stage combined at this rate. There's been so much Maypul.
So much Maypul, so much Zetter.
This top 8 has 2 Maypuls, 2 Zetters, 2 Clarins, a Loxodont, and a Crag we didn't get to see.
Unfortunate for Crag, but, you know, in the end, Landkon holding it down for the heavies, and Lone not enjoying this whatsoever.
Oh boy. Lone's gonna need to lock it in pretty quick before we start talking about the implications of a bracket reset.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those stages where if you can get your opponent into the air, you can just juggle them over and over and over again. But we've already seen Loxodont just does not struggle in a stage like this either.
I mean, this stage is terrifying playing against Loxodont on, because the platform layout really complements just the things he's always looking for.
Oh, wow. What a trade. But yeah, I mean, yeah, just as you were saying, MSP, so much of these platforms are just great for the Loxodont tech chases. In the meantime, Lone just trying to get a way back to stage, actually able to sneak right on past that, you know, lumbering elephant.
That reversed. That could have been tethered in air, honestly. Yeah.
Speaking of which,
back air in air. All right, Lone in the lead now. Looking good, looking good.
yeah, I mean, at this point, I gotta wonder if it's Coach Zeke or Coach MSV.
We're here to help. Okay, Lone, recover.
I'm just saying, could have been. I'm just saying, could have been tether nair. It's still within the five word limit that that would have been given.
Yeah, you get one hand sign to give to your student in between each game of the set.
You just hit them with the "I love you."
No, I flip them off.
Two very different schools of thought. And speaking of which, Landkon thinking about killing Lone in cold blood and will do it.
That trick only works once, unfortunately. This is part of why Dojo is such an awesome stage for Lox, is you kind of just always end up on that platform teching at some point at 100+, and then strong charge is just... It's basically true. I don't really see a theoretical way to not get up strong in this situation.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess the real answer is just don't be there, but, like, that... I don't know.
Hard to not be there when the whole dang stage is platform.
Yeah, hard to not be there when there is on stage. Right, back throw. Looks for the fair. Not going to be able to get it. Not going to be able to get the tech either. And just like that, Landkon. Landkon might be en route to reset this bracket now.
Uh-oh, Lone. We told you that if you didn't luck it, we'd talk about it. That probably should have been near there. Alright, okay, last stock here, game 4. Looking pretty okay for Mon, but gotta navigate the offstage all of a sudden.
Oh my god.
6.
6% onto Landkon there. Lone just very, very slowly gonna be able to claw his way back in.
I'm not really seeing any Lily from Lone. I think that Landkon just been playing super aggro. Oh, disgusting get up attack there. No tech.
Yeah, no tech, and there it is. Landkon gonna be able to reset the bracket.
Alright, we've made it to true finals, the last set of the tournament.
Seed 4 and Seed 3, huh? I don't know. If Seed 4 beats Seed 3 in grand finals, I have some things to say to whoever seeded this thing.
The game 1 stage is going to be pretty interesting. I feel like we're just going to go to something like Godai again, but if I'm Lone, I would get Godai off the dang table. Like, Dojo felt pretty good. From my perspective, I don't think Godai is a good pick.
Yeah, I think that Godai is not the play, but I think Godai is where they're going to go. I don't know. You've got a little bit of time in between the bracket reset. So right now, Lone is phoning a friend. That friend being
Paper for sure.
Being, you know, the picker wheel to decide which one you go for. And oh my god, Lone going to be able to win that one, no contest. Landkon didn't even try to win that. And I gotta say, remember, in winners finals, Lone won the rock paper scissors in grand final set 1. Landkon won the rock paper scissors, and the winners have only been able to the winners have only ever been the rock paper scissors winners. And here's that Godai we were talking about.
The one stage I didn't want to see Lone on is the stage that we are on.
Yeah, I mean, just like we were saying, don't really want to be seeing the Godai come on out, but it's what I expected to see anyway. Oh, Lord.
I've just been doing a lot of those. Just escaping the dang scene.
Yeah, Lone
Interesting that
simply
one did it.
wants to be gone. But at the very least, not going to be gone into that blast zone. Just simply going to be able to take his, you know, his Maypul away from the Loxodont. All right, up hitter start things off, but Loxodont so floaty, not going to be in position whatsoever. But
Well, I guess that's why we don't play Lily.
yeah, I guess that's why. Landkon's just so good at dealing with the lilies.
Oh,
And-
not a good special
Oh.
getup.
Yeah, lone special getters have been getting super, super hard punished. Landkon just ready for it each and every time.
Bravely trading back and forth here. Still got to deal with the full stack Loxodont though. 120 is a fine percent to deal with this Maypul. The problem is just getting that hit in the first place though. Landkon super maximizing that Legend Bone.
Yeah, I mean, Landkon's more than just maximizing this Legend Bolt. Landkon's maximizing this percent lead. I mean, 131% on the Loxodont, and still seemingly no close way to get that kill for Lone.
Keeping really well fed. Somehow does not get wrapped by that though. That probably
Yeah,
should have
I
been
mean-
near to the nair.
Lily was
Lone's
being
still
fed
not
a
doing
little
it.
bit too much, unfortunately.
I think that's just it. Yeah, no res, no resources.
Alright, back to start things off. Lone in a lot of trouble here.
Oh god. The DI
Oh my
for
God.
on that Sour Bear. Reverse Sour Bear.
Okay, but like the
Ultimate
DI
shrimp
was so
technique. Behold!
the DI was so good if it wasn't reversed it.
Of course.
But it was.
Just DI straight up. That way you account for both
Wow.
of them.
No way. Alright, but Lone right now, you know, struggling to find a way past this elephant as Landkon, you know, as we've seen, extremely, extremely good with the adaptation. These longer sets are the type to absolutely benefit them.
Alright, Landkon finally throwing wise to Lone's up air one landing shenanigans. Oh boy. A little bit out there. Yeah, dies on purpose.
wow.
Dies on purpose. Night tether. Really nice.
Yeah, really, really well played from Landkon there. Goes all the way out, and it says, all right, well, in the worst case scenario, I whiff the back air, I just die. Lone can't tether to me if I'm dead.
It's a time-honored strategy practiced by true masters for 10 years.
All right, but either way, Landkon gonna be able to take game number 1. And all right, very different stage. We're not gonna be seeing any more Godai.
Landkon's
Hey,
starting off
this
pretty,
is-
pretty strong here.
Yeah, this is essentially the same thing that we've seen in the rest of the sets that these two have played against one another.
I feel like Landkon's jumping a little too much at low percent. It's really, really easy for Maypul to get you out of CC percent and get a combo going if you're already in the air when she's getting started.
Yeah.
I mean, Landkon's still only taking like 20 though. But he's airborne quite a bit. I was looking for platforms and stuff like that. I guess that's just how he's getting neutral wins against Lone too, because Lone's kind of walking into the drop area is a good map.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you know, you have to remember, you know,
That should be a kill.
Landkon's sitting
Doesn't
here
do it,
with
though.
3 stacks of Eruption there and just looks to try to keep it slow and steady, right? Not really the type of person to burn those Eruption stacks very early. Instead, just
Oh,
gonna
God.
pick up the magma, pick up the
Yeesh.
meatball, pick up the stock.
Got my eye on you.
Yeah, we thought that Maypul was the watcher here.
What if the Watcher's Mark was just a giant bowling ball that killed you?
Taukaka? Oh man. What if you could throw the Watcher's Mark just, you know, through the blast zone across the other side?
Oh yeah, just a little bit of screen wrap action. That'd be an awesome tech to invent in the grand finals.
Yeah, wouldn't it be? Yeah, but in the meantime, you know, needs to find a way how to make sure Landkon stock wraps across the screen.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
All right, that's the one. That's the first 1% of getting out of CC.
All right, there we go. That's 1% forward. You know, 10% is still within CC range, but you know.
Loxodont is the best
10%.
character in the game below 40%.
But once that character hits 40%, ooh, it gets much,
Here we
much
go.
better.
All right, still the best. Lone was not able to capitalize on that appropriately.
Yeah,
It's looking
unfortunate
good
for Lone.
Landkon.
Oh, 41%, no longer in ultra CC range, but right now it's a question of actually winning the neutral. Landkon just so unbelievably good at just keeping Lone from doing what he wants.
Good looking parry, but not able to get anything of substance. All these little dink and dunk hits are just basically being ignored by Landkon, who strikes right back with a significantly meaner punish each time.
And right now you can see that Lone and Landkon going bit by bit, full charge on that eruption. And Landkon gonna be able to sneak back the stage here, still able to nickel and dime this Maypul.
Damn.
All right.
It's a bad situation for Lone right now. Landkon up 2-0.
Landkon up 2-0, and once again, Landkon was the person who had the singular reverse 3-0 in this bracket so far. So, I mean, if Lone is going to win this, Lone has to lock in so unbelievably hard.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of Taokaka, we can call this set Blaz Green because Lone might just get smoked.
Oh my lord. But right now, Lone needs to pick a stage that makes sense. You cannot be smoking during this stage select because
We're back to
at the
Merchant.
very least,
Run it back,
you know,
believe in yourself.
yeah, I guess so, right? I mean, going to opt for the salty run back strat where it says, all right, if you believe in your counter picks, always salty run back. And if you don't win the salty run back, you should have never been there in the first place. And this is the one time where you can actually do that because, you know, it was a grand reset. All right, but either way, you know, Lone right now is ahead in terms of percent, but percent means so much less than the stage position.
Loxodont is out of top tier position at a humble 57. One could maybe get something started here. Gonna
Ooh,
be
no double
erupting
jump.
here, yeah. Perfect read on the eruption positioning. Going for just the nair there, but it's already at a hundo. It's just so easy for Lox to get rid of Lily on platform just because he's already so big. Just the slightest little upward movement will set her off.
Yeah. Like the shortest of triangle dashes. Alright, but Lone right now trying to sneak right past his aerials, and there's one wrap, there's one kill. That's just the start of Lone's comeback.
Oh, misses a waveland here. Already on the back foot, but... Landkon providing respect, but Lone has to provide so much more respect because Landkon is at God %.
Yeah, I mean, Landkon now utilizing the meatballs to just force Lone to try to go for these parries. I mean, Lone has always been in a good position to get the parry when available, and Landkon's
Normal pummel, that's
punishes,
huge.
But wow, okay.
Okay, I mean, it didn't look huge, but that's 8%. That's 1/5 of the way to getting Lox out of God mode. Alright, there we go. This is looking real good for Lone all of a sudden. Great combo here. Tekken on a whole 72.
All right, Lily actually doing her job for once.
Employee of the Month award.
Because we don't really see any of the others.
We could use a little more Terry this set, I think.
We could definitely use a little more Terry. We could use some Poppy too.
Especially if you want to like go deep and try to edge guard the Loxodont, having Terry down there would be awesome. Well, now that normal pummel is being established, we might finally get a Poppy sometime this tournament.
Down strong.
Barely
Not going to kill. Wow.
Oh, that's so deep. No Terry either. Oh, let go shield the exact wrong time. Scramble on the platform here. It's still Loxodont advantage, but Lone sneaks out.
Yeah, Landkon right now still looking to control as much of the neutral as possible, seemingly unfazed by being at such a high percent.
Great
All
catch
right, there we go.
No tech coming out from Landkon, it looks like, so that's going to be a double down strong. Rivals classic. And here come the down airs, baby. Normal pummel, that's 8. And boom, after CC% immediately.
Right, good shield onto Landkon's back air.
No eruption anymore. Does still have the mark on. Risky recovery from Lone here. Landkon poised to try and follow up. Lone in the depths right now has a tether, but it ain't gonna work. This could be tournament stuck. Will Landkon 3-0 Lone and get banned from the tournament?
Yeah, but another one of those re-grabs. And also goes for the, eruption very early on in comparison to what we're used to seeing from Landkon. We're seeing some different things entirely from this Loxodont, but right now Lone looking to change the entire flow of the set.
Gary coming out, but Landkon jumps away. Lone needs to get something going real soon because that percent's only going to stack up, and we have a set right here. Lone needs 2 more in a row to take it, and there's going to be Landkon's counter picks to decide.
Just like that, Lone going to be able to take it to game number 4. I mean, Landkon was definitely opting for so many different things in that game, but so much of what Landkon was doing ended up turning into hitting more and more buttons in neutral. And the more buttons you whiff in neutral against Maypul, the more you're going to find yourself getting hit.
Yeah, this makes sense here. This is not necessarily bad for Lone. Just needs to find a way to throw 40 seeds, get Landkon out of that percent, where the real magic can happen. I don't think a fair at that percent really does anything anyway. Probably we're just a drop of the nair and tack some percentage on. Alright, that's 39. Good start for
Landkon opting for a very early
Jimmy tether here.
Alright, hold on. There we go. So Lone going a little bit ham, but still able to find a way how to get back onto the stage there. Landkon, on the other hand,
just
able to steal that
ending frames of that roll, preventing the up B from that thing. I'm surprised Lone didn't want to tether that.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself, but right now Landkon, looking to try to take as much of this as possible. Not going to look a gift horse in the mouth.
Alright, ain't looking great for Lone after that early death here, and Landkon is on the offensive. Full stock up. Lone needs to find something big, especially on this big-ass stage, and no longer has the winner's advantage of being able to take it a bit slower in the neutral.
Yeah, but up B not going to be able to kill Landkon off the top just yet.
Oh, that just had to wait and upstrong that Lily grab.
Yeah, didn't look for that wrap, but instead, Landkon off stage, still needs to find a way how to get back. Only has the side B, only has the up B. Not really many ways how to seal out this stock.
Just going out there, and that's real bad for Lone. So every disaster is occurring simultaneously. All Lone had to do was hold that ledge and roll up, and it would have been 2-2. Now it's 3-1.
Well, not necessarily 3-1 in the game count just yet, though, because remember, this is Rockwall. It is so unbelievably volatile on this stage, but Landkon, being so defensive in this play, understands, hey, I don't have to be the one approaching here. Lone has to find a way how to approach me. Right now, Elephant off stage in a lot of trouble. One stock ahead, but not over yet.
Now it's time to get Loxodont out of CC%, so there's going to be some fast action going here. A lot of projectiles coming out, but Landkon has found Nair as a bit of an adaptation to swat Lone out of the sky here, prevent the roots and seeds from being thrown at such frequency.
In the meantime, we're seeing Landkon just taking so much damage, getting wrapped up, and okay, Lone starting to turn up a little bit.
The meatball beats Maple's down B though. This is a massive Lox combo, and it's still going. 85 is tough to deal with at this stage.
Yeah, but reverse hit of that down strong going to be able
That's a missed
to
wave, man.
not do much.
Really good delay by Landkon there. Uses every resource perfectly, and that's the tournament. Congrats to Landkon for winning. R2AS, number 5.
Just like that, the Upstrong going to be able to seal it all out. Landkon with the reset, the 4th seed taking it over the 3rd in grand finals. What is seeding really? You know, cough, cough.